Everyone in the internet. Joy here with subrosatea.com. I think all of our mobile shopping app users get to see the video first, so I love to start on time. I watch someone live and she waits a whole 60 seconds before she says anything, which is always so jarring. So hi everyone. If you're here, leave me a comment. That's how I can see your name and that you're watching. We're live on social media and on our mobile shopping app and on our website. So if you are watching this on the replay, there's no red live above my head, but you might want to join us live sometime. So if you want to do that, you can go to our website, which is subrosatea.com. There's a page called Live Video Shopping, obviously, but it's not going to play on the home page, which is why I bring it up. You're going to want to tab over to the actual page. The cool thing about the page, you can watch live, you can watch the most recent replays, and you can also see our calendar of events, all the tea I'm going to talk about in the next couple of weeks. From there, click on the ones that you're interested in. There is a way for you to add it to your calendar, but you do have to actually click through and choose to do that. The mobile shopping app sends notifications, which I love. I'm a really small company. I know all of you are really busy. I know a lot of people watch on the replay. It's super cool. But this is one of those things I need your feedback. We are a small company. Me having 5,000 blends of anything is silly if that's not what my customers want. So I have to say thank you for coming live. Hey, Wendy. Hi, Jennifer. Thanks for watching. It's great when you watch live. It's great when you come back and leave us feedback. In today's video, I'm going to talk about 12 Earl Grey teas. Does that sound overwhelming to you? It kind of was to me, and it was my idea. So 12 Earl Grey teas, but I need to know what you like. I really cannot wait to find out which ones are going to be the winners here. Now, we've been in business 13 years. For the past 10 or so, we've had multiple Earl Grey teas. For the past 4 years, we've had six Earl Grey teas. We sell them all year. So we've got black tea, we have green tea, we have caffeine-free Earl Grey. We do. In this collection, we're going to just bump it up. We're going to talk about more of them, more flavors, more fun. I love them, and I'm willing to keep them if you love them too. But if they are not your thing, I don't need to keep them around. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we're just going to keep going. We're going to keep doing new things. And I really only want to keep around the things that you guys love. Hello there, Miss Angie and Mara. Hello to you. I appreciate you watching live. Like I said, friends, in this video, I'm going to talk about Earl Grey teas. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Earl Grey is not a tea. It is bergamot, very specifically, that we add to a tea blend. I think there is just that common misconception that if you say, do you have Earl Grey, you're going to get one specific thing given to you. And that is just not true. Specifically, bergamot is a Tuscan orange. So it grows in the south of Italy. It needs a lot of sunlight. It really does need that climate. We don't get it here in Ohio. So specifically, though, we are only going to be using the essence. It's not like a juice. It's not an orange that you would juice. It's quite sour or bitter. So bergamot specifically, we are using the natural oils that come from the zest of the particular fruit. This particular fruit is most commonly green color. It doesn't even turn a yellowy orange until it is ripe and ready to go. We have to pick a lot of bergamot oranges in order to have enough for our Earl Grey tea. So like I said, we're not going to be wasteful here. I want to hear exactly what you are thinking about and what you're interested in. Did you know Earl Grey is actually the name of a real person? He really did live in the United Kingdom. In 1806, the tea was served to General Grey, General Charles Grey. That's where we actually get the name from. He was a general in the military, of course, and then he became a baron, which, as you know, well, maybe you don't know, but British nobility is often something that you are born into. This guy started as a general. So first he was Baron Grey, then he was a viscount, and then eventually he got promoted to an earl. And it was the second Earl Grey that was given this wonderful, a very specific blend of tea. History says that it was a black tea with bergamot. Pretty boring. I can do better than that, right? But it was actually named after a real person. We don't have a lot of things in the world that were named specifically after real people that we still consume today. And definitely not in America, right? We don't have nobility here. So it's not very common. I'm going to start talking about the tea, but I want you to know where you can find them. So these teas, again, friends, I'm recording this at the end of February in the year 2025. So if you're watching this on my YouTube channel far in the future, we might not have all of these blends still available. It's still out for the jury to decide what we're going to be keeping here. But we have several teas that are black. We have an oolong. We've got some green teas. We've got some caffeine-free teas. So the ones that we sell all year are nestled in their pages. So when you are looking on our website, subrosatea.com, you're going to see a page called loose leaf tea. Click on that. There's a drop down. Those are the teas that we sell all year, and they're arranged by caffeine content. So we have a tea called London Fog. We've had it for years. That's where you can find it. It's a black tea on that loose leaf tea tab. The mobile shopping app is arranged the same way. But the 6 actually that are limited edition, those can be found on that page. We have a page called limited edition teas. We've got bundles there. We have teas there. We also have elderberry syrup kit there. So in the limited edition, those are the ones that we cycle in and out. Most of them are themed by seasons, such as next Sunday, I'm going to be talking about St. Patrick's Day. You're not going to want to miss that one. I love that video. I love those teas. But anyway, that's a season, a specific theme. These are themed, and I'm not totally sure I'm going to keep them. So you got to buy them, got to taste them, got to give me your feedback. That would be most helpful. So the limited edition teas, make sure you try first. So we're not going to do a bundle because there's 12. So you get to decide what you want to buy and what you've already had. Some of these flavors have been around for a while. They're all really unique. They are very uniquely different from each other. My other tip before I start talking about these flavors is I have had Earl Grey that I did not like. I cannot stress that enough. Bad tea is never going to taste good. A tea bag tea technically has dust and fannings in it. What we sell here is good quality, premium quality loose leaf tea. So we've got whole tea leaves in our products. When these products are made, what is left over is called dust and fannings, and that is what is placed inside a commercial tea bag. It's definitely the dregs. It's the bottom of the barrel. It's not the good stuff. It's never going to be the good stuff because that's what premium loose leaf tea is up here, like in the top shelf. So bad tea is a weird category for me. Bad tea could be old. It could be not harvested properly, not blended properly. Also, though, it could have just been not made properly for me, for the cup of tea that a person presented me to. Let's say I was in an airport and I'm running from one gate to another, but I have 5 minutes and I stop for a cup of tea. Is the water going to be the right temperature? Probably not. Is it going to be a tea bag? Most definitely it is. What's the quality going to be of the tea? I don't know. What's the purity of the water? I don't know. What temperature is it going to be? How long is that tea bag going to float in that weird temperature water? It's not going to be good. So I will say, if you're still here after 5 minutes of me talking and you haven't had an Earl Grey tea that you like yet, stick with me. These teas are delicious. I think they're going to surprise you. You're going to want to try them. But also make sure you do look, at least glance, at our recommended brewing instructions. So you can steep our tea hot or cold. The green ones are so delicious as iced tea. They really, really are. The caffeine-free ones, I love them hot. At least steep them with boiling water. Do you see what I'm saying? Follow the directions, and if you still don't like it, get back to me. They really are delicious. First up, friends, Earl Grey cream. The Earl Grey cream. This is probably the most traditional Earl Grey that we sell. I suppose you could take out the cream, which, friends, it's just vanilla. So there's no dairy here. The cream makes it taste sweeter. That's what the vanilla does. It makes it taste creamier and sweeter than traditional Earl Grey, which I am comparing that to when I say traditional Earl Grey, thinking about tea bags. For those of you who have traveled to Europe, I've been several times. When you are in the United Kingdom, you might think in your head, these people drink tea. They drink tea all day long. They are going to serve me a great cup of tea. It's the opposite. Okay, it really is. If you are served a cup of tea in England, it's probably going to be the worst cup of tea you've ever had. That's just the way it is. These are delicious. You've got to try it. Oh, Wendy said, ooh, that she lost the sound. That's too bad. Anybody else? Can everyone else hear me? Can you let me know if anyone else can hear me? Nothing's changed on my end, so I hope that it's not a broadcasting app problem, because that's not the tech I know how to solve myself. Next up, friends, is our London Fog. London Fog. I have to say, this is extremely popular. This is very, very popular. London Fog is actually the name of a drink you can order. So you might have seen my other videos where I'm talking about mocktails or cocktails, drinks that you order, that you can specifically order and you know what's inside. Like if I say rum and Coke, guess what's in that? It's a rum and it's Coke with ice. Okay, that's what's in your glass. So a London Fog is very specifically, if you go into a coffee shop and order a London Fog, you will be served an Earl Grey tea that they add steamed milk, and they've added lavender to it in some manner. We service coffee shops, major coffee shops. When they serve you a London Fog, they are actually going to use lavender flowers, lavender petals steeped in with the loose leaf tea. Most coffee shops, though, I think you're going to get either a tea bag or you're going to get a splash of lavender something, like a lavender syrup or a lavender extract of some sort. And that's what a London Fog is. So it's normally Earl Grey, vanilla, and lavender. And like I said, it's normally with steamed milk in a coffee shop. This is loose leaf tea, but it's got the lavender. It's lovely. Bergamot, again, a Tuscan orange. It is really lends itself nicely to a little pinch of floral in the background. Nice, smooth, fabulous. As you can see, friends, I kept talking, so thank you for those of you who commented that your sound is fine. Wendy, ooh, Wendy got it back. Thank you, Wendy. That makes me feel much better. I appreciate it. When I'm working solo, I'm the tech person. I am working a laptop to move the queue, and I'm working the lights and the camera and all the things. Let's see, Wendy, are you on our mobile shopping app? Let's see. Oh, I bet you are. If you're on the mobile shopping app, I'm glad to see that that is working correctly. Thank you, friends. Okay, next up are raspberries and cream Earl Grey. A couple of years ago, we introduced a tea called Raspberry Earl Grey, and it was delightful, of course, but this one has been elevated. It is amazing. It is very flavorful. It is, of course, an Earl Grey, so what does it have in common with the other ones? Bergamot, that's right. And it does have raspberries in it. It is nice and sweet and light. It is almost like a cup of dessert. Again, no sugar though, right? No sugar, no carbs, no calories. Black teas have approximately 60 milligrams of caffeine per 8-ounce cup. And we do list the caffeine content on all of our packages of tea so you know exactly what time of day you should be drinking them. This is also one of my favorites as a iced tea. Delicious. We are still in the caffeine, okay? We're still in the caffeine. This is our New Year's Eve confetti. And I know that sounds like a funny name, but we have a collection for the new year, a New Year celebration collection. New Year's Eve confetti has color to it, right? I'm always thinking it's silver, it's got blues, it's got oranges. You throw it up into the air, it's fabulous. So this is a tea that has always been a part of that New Year celebration collection, but it's actually a bergamot. It's an Earl Grey tea. This one has coconut. Think about how delicious and sweet coconut is. It blends itself perfectly with orange. And I wanted to make sure that it was a part of this collection because it's one of our best sellers. In that particular bundle, people tend to buy the whole bundle, the New Year's celebration bundle, but the one that they buy the big bag of, it's this one here. So I do think my audience loves coconut. If you haven't tried this tea, you owe it to yourself. So it is still in inventory. You can find it on our limited edition page. Again, this is the New Year's Eve confetti. Who knows what the feminine word of an earl is? You know how there's the king, the feminine is the queen. You know the word duke, and the feminine is the word duchess. Does anyone out there watching know the feminine of earl? It's countess. So this tea is the Countess of Bergamot chai. I don't know about you, friends, but I love a good chai tea. And yes, I like Earl Grey too. Can they be married together? Absolutely. Yes, yes, yes. This is the only oolong tea that we have in the 12 Earl Grey themed collections here. So this is an oolong tea. This has delicious maple notes to it. I'm telling you, this time of year, my sweet tooth goes a little crazy. I don't know what it is, but maple and cinnamon and the bergamot, so smooth, so delicious. It is perfect. I love oolong teas, nice and smooth. Oolong teas are not as bitter as black teas, and they're not as grassy as green teas. So keep in mind, back your temperature off. I would not use boiling water for this. Use like 180 to 195. Don't steep it too long. Definitely under 3 minutes. My personal preference is like 1.5 minutes, but I do think a lot of people do like it at the 2 or 3. Let's talk about the greens. Duke of Earl. This is the tea we have had for quite some time. We have had this for the past couple of years, Duke of Earl. And you're going to see that this tea is also featured part of the St. Patrick's Day collection because that's where it's resided for the past couple of years. So you're going to see it in next week's video too if you come back for St. Patrick's Day. The Duke of Earl. This is lovely green tea with bergamot and think honey. Think honey and lemon. So nice and bright, lifted. It goes really well with the citrus of the bergamot. Again, green teas don't taste anything like black teas. So those of you out there who've had one but not the other, you owe it to yourself to give another a try. Circling back to the ladies in the group here, this is Lady Grey. Lady Grey is a term in the Earl Grey world. I did not make it up. I know that other tea companies sell teas called Lady Grey, but it doesn't seem to be a consensus on specifically what that is. Okay, so I'm guessing, and I'm just going to make up my own thing here. So this is a green tea with bergamot, and it does have lemon and lavender. We can't just have the lavender in the black tea, even though it really is quite delicious in that London fog. This is elevated. This is very specific. It's nice and sweet on its own with the citrus notes to the tea. This, again, friends, absolutely fabulous. Cold. If you want iced tea, go ahead and put the tea leaves right in cold water in your fridge. Wait 10 minutes. That's all you really need. But it can be 20 minutes or 2 hours. It won't oversteep in cold water, but it will be nice and delicious. Again, friends, Lady Grey is a green tea with lemon and lavender. Oh, yes. These are the green teas. So you can see the difference here between the black tea is a much smaller tea leaf and the green tea is much larger. And that's just the way the bases of the tea works. We have another green tea. I think it's going to surprise you. This is tea Earl Grey Hot. For those of you that do not know anything about Star Trek, let me tell you, Captain Picard loves his tea. Star Trek is science fiction. It projects into the future what we think humans might be, where we think we'll be traveling far, far away from our planet, who or what we think we'll be encountering. But Captain Picard happens to have a really fabulous gadget. His computer can do amazing things. So when he is thirsty or parched, I'm not sure which, he literally just says out into thin air, tea, Earl Grey, hot. I challenge you to do it in your own home. And if you're not on the SS Enterprise, what does it get you? If you're lucky enough for a cup of tea, I hope it is this delicious. Tea Earl Grey hot. I hope Captain Picard would approve of this. Again, friends, Earl Grey is bergamot, which is an orange, so it's quite citrusy. This has lovely mint notes, wonderful spearmint taste. I have yet to see an Earl Grey with mint in existence, but I really think it's exactly what Captain Picard would want. He's an adventurer. He's traveling around. Like I said, he needs a little afternoon pick-me-up. Maybe he's a little parched. Mint seemed perfect to me. So here we go. Another Earl Grey tea. We are going to move into the caffeine-free teas. We've got 4 more to go. Rooibos Earl Grey. This tea we have sold for years. Those of you who are looking to cut back on your caffeine but love your Earl Greys, this is a must-try. If you're not familiar with rooibos, rooibos is known as the red tea. Rooibos is kind of a funny word. It grows in South Africa, but it has lots of antioxidants. It's good for insomnia, headaches, and inflammation. So it's perfect for the nighttime because you've gone out, you've exercised, you've expended your energy. It's perfect to replenish your bones, your health by drinking rooibos tea. Here we have blended it with the decaf Ceylon tea. The decaf Ceylon goes through a CO2 process to remove the caffeine from it, but you still get all the great L-theanine, which is an antioxidant, super healthy. So here, straight bergamot taste, lovely orange notes. Next up, friends, we have the Sorcerer Scone. Absolutely delicious. Think about scones, right? First thing in the morning, nice, orange, and bright. Perfect as a latte with a splash of milk or cream. Here we have a soothing Earl Grey. I don't know about you, but at night, I want something calming, nice and soothing. And I can't think of anything better for soothing Earl Grey than a chamomile. This is chamomile, and again, bergamot has citrus notes to it. So you're going to see lovely lemongrass, some bee pollen in here, which is a biofuel, really is going to help you chill out and relax. Delicious, really not like anything else that we sell. So I have a feeling this might be one of the more popular ones, but I really want to hear from you. So if you buy any of these teas, please do let me know. I'm really curious which ones you like to taste. And of course, when are you drinking them? Maybe my audience just wants tea with caffeine. I can't wait to find out, honestly. Last but not least, friends, is the Earl of the Tiger. Earl of the Tiger. I'm being funny again. If you're not familiar, there's a song called Eye of the Tiger. It was really catchy when I was young. I'm sure I know all the words to it. The Eye of the Tiger. Here we are, Earl of the Tiger. This tea's delicious. I personally love chocolate and orange together. There is something just so luscious about like a little truffle. Do you know what I'm talking about? That has zest of orange on it or in it, and the dark chocolate and the mouth feel of it. This might be one of my favorites, especially if you're looking for a dessert style tea. Earl of the Tiger, caffeine free. nice and sweet on its own. Give it a try. Do let me know. I'm kind of curious to know if you add cream to it, if you like it with milk like a latte, or if you're just drinking it straight. I'm always curious about what my audience likes. I do create these mostly for myself, but I do love sharing with you, and I really do need your feedback. Friends, I want to say thank you so much for watching. I don't see any other questions here tonight, so I want to say thank you to you. Do join us next Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for St. Patrick's Day. And the Sunday after that, we're going to be celebrating National Pie Day. Friends, no matter what you do with the rest of your day, I hope you have yourself a cup of tea and you take care of you. Bye-bye, friends.